Rematch has reached 1 million players in 24 hours since its release. I talked about this game back in March in one of the betas, and I talked about how it's going to change sports gaming. And right now that video is sitting at 461 views with only 9 likes. So now that Rematch has boasted that they have 1 million players and it's a lot of fun and people are enjoying it, I think it's time to go to that video and give me some props. I think a like would be great, a comment saying, hey man, you got it right. You gotta give a boy props, because it's not the first time we've done this before, but we keep on chugging. Anyways, we're gonna review the game, we're gonna talk about it. I paid for the Elite Edition, so I had 3 days to try it out, and I've also played all the betas, the first one ever to come out, the second one, all of them. So I know a lot about this game. So go ahead and click like and subscribe, because I'm gonna tell you exactly how this game is. So here we go. So Rematch is a third-person indoor soccer game, basically, with a lot of things that remind you of Rocket League. But I'm not gonna give it, oh, this is Rocket League, but like without cars. No, it's like indoor soccer. It's a different game. And yeah, they probably looked at Rocket League and were like, hey, we like these things, and why don't we do it? There's 4 different modes. There's 3v3, 4v4, and 5v5. There's ranked matches, which are only for 5v5. And right now they're pretty hard to get unless you're stacking, because if you're a solo player, the queue time takes a long time. The only modes I was able to play was 3v3 consistently as a solo player. So you can bounce the ball off the walls and shoot on the wall as an assist while other people's kick the ball, and there's passing, and yeah, it's everything you would expect from a soccer game. And this is basically like FIFA career mode, where you control one player out of the 11 players and you play that one position. This is what Rematch is. So if you ever played career mode on any of the FIFAs, or maybe Pro Evolution back in the day, where you control one player in one position, this is what Rematch is. Of course, there's only 5 positions, and the only one definite position is the goalkeeper. Otherwise, you're free to play whatever. You can be 4 forwards, or you can be 4 midfielders, 4 defenders. So you have all those options. So just straight up, it is fun. If you love soccer, it is absolutely fun, but it's not perfect. The base edition is going to be $29.99, and that's actually a really good deal. And again, I bought the Elite Edition so I can have early access and to give you guys a better review and to have more time with the game. And for small content creators like me, that helps out a lot to get it out early and to give you a better review product. Now again, I'm just going to say the game is absolutely fun. Absolutely fun. There's a lot of cosmetics. I've talked about this on my previous video. Like I said before, this is more hands-on, game is released review. So like I said, it's fun, but it's not perfect. And even though in early access things didn't really change much since the beta, when it officially launched on June 19th for everyone, there were some patches and updates, but even that wasn't a huge change from the beta. It actually introduced new things, especially in the early access. And even though it's early access, I did pay for that. So this isn't a review copy where you kind of give an exemption of like, oh, this is a review copy and so it's not out yet, blah, 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 blah. No, I paid for this, and companies should not make this a review copy status or build. This should be as final build as it can be. And then, yeah, if you're going to do a main patch for the whole player base that comes right after, great. But I did pay for it, and that's what I expect moving forward. So it's going to be unlocked. They didn't do that great in the early access. They actually introduced new things, new bugs, where after the kickoff, enemy teams would spawn with the ball. So if you got scored on, the enemy team would spawn with the ball, and that should have been fixed day one. No excuses. That was happening pretty regularly, and it should have been addressed right away. But it didn't really happen until like maybe 2-3 days later, close to when it was going to be released for everyone. There was still desync issues. There was still, when the ball goes right to the goalie will make the sound of the save, but it goes right through their body, even though you're standing right. You know, it's just kind of like Rocket League, right? Where you hit the ball, but it just goes into the net. And so there's that situation going on for sure. And however, this time they did give you the option to choose your region, and so I chose my region, and my ping is great and all that, and my network stats are great. But even so, there were some games where the ball would just go right through me, and that can be extremely frustrating. Thankfully, none of them were in ranked modes, or else I would have just like lost it. I would have just lost it. And let's not forget the sliding, the constant sliding, where it barely touches you and you just fall to the ground and sliding. My gosh, it's annoying. I love defense. I love playing defensive midfielder. I love goalkeeping, but there's a lot of hit detection things that need to be tightened up, and also there needs to be a cooldown for sliding just a little bit, so they can't be like spamming it because it's just annoying. Otherwise, those were really the downsides about this game, which really makes me want to say, like, don't buy it, wait for a month or two. But this is something that you want to support and get ahead of the wave on. You want to know how to play this game, because now that it's reached 1 million players, like I thought, I mean I thought it's still gonna catch on as people play, but I think what's holding it back is all these issues that I mentioned, because it's just not perfect and people don't really know how to play yet, which is like passing and, you know, bouncing off the wall. And I'm no expert either, but like I played a lot of soccer growing up. I played semi-professionally at one point, so like I have the mental thing about this game and any sports game, and I know what to do. Yeah, that's gonna come and that's gonna happen. So, you know, with those things said, this is still a fun game. The matches are quick. They're like 5-6 minutes unless you go overtime, so they're max gonna be like 10 minutes, and it's gonna be a butt clenching type of overtime where it's just like, oh my gosh, there's a lot of adrenaline just running through you trying to score and defending and goalkeeping. And man, goalkeeping is like, there needs to be a whole tutorial on goalkeeping, because it's just weird sometimes. If you're standing there and the ball comes right up to you, do you press a button or do you just stand there because he's gonna save it? A lot of the times it'll make the noise and it'll go right through. And so I don't know what's going on, but they need to fix that. But that's honestly my quick review. Like, I'm not going to break down something I talked about already on the last video and why it's fun. The game is fun. Like, it's got issues, it's annoying, but we'll see what happens in a few months. They are fixing things, they are getting better. So it's a small company, and this could be just like Rocket League starting from nowhere and then it becomes a thing. So that's my review of the game. I say it's worth a shot. It's free on Game Pass, so get it on Game Pass if you're interested at all. Game Pass is such a good deal, and I'm not being sponsored by them at all, but yeah, go and check it out, play it. If you like it, you like it. If not, it's gonna probably get better in a few months. But until then, you know, if you're curious at all about it, I'll keep you guys updated. I also will be playing a lot of the new Dragon Ball Z little MOBA game, and I really like that game. I think it's going to be really good for Dragon Ball Z fans. But for this game, keep it on this channel, subscribe, like, let me know what you think about this game, or give me some props for getting it right from the last video, because this got 1 million players in this game, and so that means something. That means Cisco was like, dang, I think this guy was right, and you might know what he's talking about. So thanks so much, and I appreciate you guys being here. Until next time, happy gaming.